Hi everybody, this is Frontend News.
Welcome to the first Frontend News series this year. So Olga, what are your 2023 statements?
My statements is to be alive this year, to survive this year.
That's important, especially the times.
And to deliver more Frontend News to you guys.
Oh my god, and nothing like normal?
No.
No statements. Okay, no statements, no pressure, yeah.
No pressure, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
And what about you? Do you have normal New Year statements?
A few, but nothing special, I guess. I just wanted to learn swimming. That's my, I guess, best.
You can swim!
I can swim. I will, go down every time I try to swim, yeah. So yeah, that's the most important statement, and I hope I will reach that.
Did you already find a trainer?
Yes.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So I wish you success in that.
Thank you very much.
I really love swimming. Thank you.
For your no statements.
Thank you so much. I really love swimming. I'm sure you will enjoy it. If you will survive.
I hope to.
Me too. So, how many news we have for today?
For today we have 6 news, and generally we hope that this year, 2023, will bring us a lot of new improvements, a lot of new technologies, and all the good and best things for the developers.
Yeah, like swimming.
Yes.
Okay, let's start. What the first news?
So firstly, we're gonna talk about some JavaScript projects you should watch in that 2023.
The second one is new NPM security features.
The next news will be about SvelteKit version 1.0.
The next thing is GitHub alerts in public repositories.
The fifth news will be about Vite version 4.
And then let's move to NX 15.3.
So let's get started. Looking forward into 2023 upcoming growing projects, we're gonna make a quick look through the most interesting and worth attention projects in the JavaScript world. First one is TurboRepo, the build system created by Vercel, which uses caching for simplified building by only having to build what changes. The most interesting and coolest feature in TurboRepo is remote caching, which allows you to access your TurboRepo cache on a remote server, allowing multiple machines to access the same cache. It is especially useful when working with multiple people on the same project. So if you are looking for some new build system, TurboRepo will be definitely worth watching this year.
The next project is a desktop app framework called Tauri. It utilizes WebView to allow writing desktop apps using web technologies without embedding a browser. You also don't need to embed Node.js, as Tauri's backend is written in Rust, Node.js. It's easy to use, especially when you need simple API you can call to perform a variety of native tasks like showing notifications, file system manipulation, and much more. So if you are interested in building desktop apps with JavaScript, Tor is something you should have a look at.
Let's take a step for the next project, which we are gonna mention and already talk about in our previous Frontend News series. It's Bun. So to recap, Bun is a new JavaScript runtime which offers a variety of built-in tools, great performance, and better web support.
I love this name, Bun.js. It's perfect. Sorry to interrupting you, but it's just like gold.
Bun is like being bunned. More. Okay, never mind. It aims to replace Node and Dino, but for now it is in early stage and still missing a lot of features. It's quickly making progress, adding support for new APIs and features, and is for sure likely to grow a lot over 2023.
Another project which we're going to highlight is a React framework built by creators of React Router, Remix, which is going to bring better performance, modern web standards, and better routing or loading strategies to web development. It relies on server-side rendering, which means it's designed to perform most rendering, data retrieval, and other operations on server rather than client. It's definitely worth following this year.
Number 5 in the list is TurboPack, like TurboRepo, created by Vercel and is now trying to replace Webpack. It's in early stage now, but due to usage of Rust rather than JavaScript, TurboPack pretends to be significantly faster than both Vite and Webpack in both starts and file updates. So we recommend you to stay tuned with this project and keep waiting for the upcoming news.
Last but not least is Astro, a static site generator which focuses on ease of use and performance. Astro's greatest feature so far is called Astro Hydration, which enables client to isolate the client hydration code to just the components that need to be interactive. It also supports a variety of JavaScript libraries like React, Vue, Svelte, and Solid. Astro definitely gonna grow and it will be a very interesting project in 2023.
We hope these projects will broaden your curiosity. You can check the full article about that in the description. We provided our links for you, and you can follow and subscribe to each of these projects into the official websites if you want. Now we are jumping to the second news, which are NPM's new security features. So NPM announced two main new features for a safer NPM package ecosystem. And the first one is granular access tokens, and the second one is NPM Code Explorer. The first one is about helping NPM maintainers more effectively manage the risk of exposing token compromise. Granular access token allows NPM package maintainers to create fine-grained access tokens. You can create tokens to manage one or more organizations, teams, and members. It lets you also limit NPM API access based on IP ranges and automates your management. The second thing is the new Code Explorer, which provides you the view for the contents of a package directly from the NPM portal. It enables to make a quick overview over the package before using it. What's worth mentioned, it was previously paid feature. Now you can try it for free. The most important thing about Code Explorer is that it is more stable, faster, and works for almost all NPM packages from the official registry. You can also view any prior version of a package. If you are really interested about these two features, please check a link in the description and share your opinion with us.
The third news for today is the release of SvelteKit in version 1.0. For those who doesn't know, Svelte is a framework for building web application on top of Svelte. The UI component framework which has great performance and is really easy to use. It uses Vite, the lightning fast build tool, and has really great support for hot module reloading, TypeScript, and many other things. It defaults to client-side navigation after the initial server-rendered page load. It leads to faster page transition and less data usage. What is more, it allows you to use one language instead of having two apps. It runs whatever JavaScript runs, so you can deploy it as traditional Node server or using serverless functions. With this framework, you have a real flexibility of doing everything on what developers rely on. By the release of version 1.0, Svelte is now finally ready for production use. The future roadmap includes built-in IATN support, incremental static regeneration, granular control over deployment region and runtime, image optimization, and many other features. If you can't wait to see more and try it out, please follow the link from the description and let us know what you think about it. The next news for today is about GitHub alerts.
GitHub now started to roll out secret scanning to all free public repositories in the GitHub community for free. What is secret scanning? It basically notifies you about leaked secrets in your code. By using this feature in your public repositories, you can help prevent secret exposure and build an open source project with much greater confidence. As the exposed secrets and credentials are the most common cause of data breaches and often goes untracked, this is definitely a good news which take the GitHub open source project and public repositories to the next level. Number 5 in our today's list of news is Vite version 4.0.
The Vite team is happy to announce the release of version 4, powered during build time by Rollup 3. It allowed to simplify Vite's internal asset handling and comes up with many improvements. And here are the most important ones. The first is new React plugin using SWC during development. SWC is a replacement for Babel, and React Fast Refreshment implementation is a lot faster than it. That is why it is now a better alternative.
The second thing is changes regarding browser compatibility, which now targets Safari 14 by default for wider ES 2020 compatibility. Another feature from Vite version 4 is importing CSS as a string and environment variables. What's more, in this version of Vite, and is worth mentioned, is reduced package size and visible upgrades to Vite core. Vite 4 install size is 23% smaller compared to Vite 3.2.5, so the latest previous version. If you want to learn more about the new Vite release, take a look in our links in the description or visit the official Vite website. And last but not least for today's news is the release of NX version 15.3. It comes up with plenty of new features, upgrades, improvements like standalone projects, Vite and Vitest, task graph, NX init, root level scripts, and simplified run commands. And we will tell you a little bit about a few of them. The first thing is task graph. By this feature, you can select a target from the target name dropdown to filter the list of projects to only those with that target. By clicking on a project, you can show the target's graph. You can also then add another project showing what the task graph looks like for a command that runs tasks for multiple projects. For those who doesn't know, the improved task graph lets you visualize your project graph, mapping the dependencies different projects have on another through imports and exports in the code. So with the more powerful task graph, it is easier to get an overview of what's happening in the project.
You may be accustomed to typical ops and lib structure, but you won't have it in standalone project. Instead of it, the app lives directly at the root of your workspace. And as always, we invite you to check links in the description and of course visit our frontendhouse.com website.
Yeah, that's all news for today.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, we are looking forward to the next news this year, as we said before.
Yeah, and swimming targets.
Yeah, and no targets.
Yeah. Thank you guys. See you next time.
See you next time. Bye.